WRASSLIN podcast, episode 33, with a special co-host today. Can't even speak because I'm so high. But you know how we started off, Shining by Man 95, episode 33, WRASSLIN podcast. Relax.
Yeah, 9-5 shit. What's good, my people? How's it hanging for ya? Homie, I'm just that nigga singing for ya. I got your message, though it's loud and clear. You want that other shit up out of here? You know I got you, though, believe me. Withholding these words ain't easy. Fugazing this on that TV. All that crazy shit on that radio. It's payola, big fellatio. I'm dropping snippets just to give a taste. They want a copy with intent to paste. I've been gearing up for a big and villain. If you fuck with me, you will spend a shilling. So many claim they want to see you win. You take a loss and watch them sneak a grin. They overcompensate for what they lacking. They overlooking how it really happened. They got that swag, man, they got that swag. But the record's bad, though, the record's bad. See, me and my people making hella hits. This legacy will leave us hella rich. You know I got you, though, believe me. Withholding these words ain't easy. Fugaziness on that TV. And that crazy shit on that radio. This payola, big fellatio. Yeah, we could talk about a rapping fatty. Or we could chat about a really dope. I'd rather be that nigga always ready. I ain't the one these niggas never quote. I see him shining, I see him shining. Look at the diamond, look at the diamond. They want you blinded by them shiny things. I guess they pulling off all kind of things. They always told me I would need a gimmick. I always told them niggas sucker did it. Cause I was raised, you gotta know yourself. And if you fronted, then you owed yourself. Never fraudulent, my bars are honey. And if I wrote it, then you know I done it. Cause in the end, you know the truth for sure. Cause what you know determine who you know. My circle's strong, yo, I deal with greats. I eat with gods and I hunt with apes. I make the shit these niggas wanna hear. Then get the love that make you shed a tear. They know I do it how I'm supposed to do it. A little secret, just don't overdo it. Cause when you fall and that truth be told, you only good as the proof you hold. Yeah, we could talk about a rapping fatty. Or we could chat about a really dope. I'd rather be that nigga always ready. I ain't the one these niggas never quote. I see him shining, I see him shining. Look at the diamond, look at the diamond. They want you blinded by them shiny things. I guess they pulling off all kind of things.
Oh, we're live. I just pulled a Dre. No co-host here today. Maybe he'll be here later. Who knows? You know how Dre does. But this is WRASSLIN podcast, episode 33, and we have a co-host today. We got somebody. No, I'm not talking about the security behind me, but we got somebody today. So sit back and relax.
Relax.
Swirling mass.
Yeah.
Black and white.
Turn my mic up. Turn our mother loving mic up. Slim, what's up, Dre? How you doing? Yeah, I'll mute your mic.
Hunger Games up in my head. Gotta get the dough, babies need.
You gotta go and fit.
Virgil. All right.
Nah, you ain't doing me like that. You ain't doing me. For my black queen, Sasha.
And Goldust. All right.
Yo, you are foul, bro. You are
Jeff Hardy at number 5.
number 5.
Goldust. All right, Goldust. All right, Ty. All right. Eddie Guerrero's going to Wrestling God. Yeah, just gonna have to be mad. That's just gonna have to be mad. That's just how it works. No, you whoa.
You can keep the job. I ain't giving donkeys today. That's the seed of God plotting on my.
Whatever. I'm giving it a horn swallow. You get a goddamn spirit squad. You nasty, filthy top 5.
Peers, who as it appears, ain't on my tier. Being hated by cats who ain't naked, that ain't my fault.
My favorite what? What is your favorite finish move? Favorite? It doesn't matter what your favorite finish move. Oh no. Oh, this
God damn it. It's your photo 40%. Yo, Montez, I think you put me on.
Yeah, I was about to say this. Hold on, yo. You lucky WWE got copyright, love. Boy, I would play the Street Fighter.
I'm excited. It should be fun. I'm gonna beat her ass. But
All right, talk your talk.
I'm more interested in it now than I was before. To be honest with you, I mean, I was interested in it because it's money in the bank.
You
gotta have some good and bad in there to me. And even when it don't make sense, so that's why I'm like,
I mean, because really that was their, other than like the AJs and stuff like that was really his, you know what I'm saying? That was like the most credible.
Hey,
angles right over my face too perfectly. That is funny.
I tried. I swear. Yo, listen. I tried. Stop. Let it happen. I'm gonna need you to relax.
wow, dog. It's like you knew where I was gonna be on the screen.
Relax.
yeah, I'm good on that.
Turn my mic up. He when he's not here, he's still not here. Turn my mic up. Turn my mother loving mic up, or our mic up. This is OE Wrestling Podcast, episode 33. I am your host, Sir Frost Heenan, known best to y'all, and my co-host, Great Dre Chair is here. His chair is always loyal to the pod. Right on time, queued up when it needs to be. It's a beautiful thing here on OE Wrestling Podcast. But today, it's no cap, it's the recap.
It's the chair that's bigger than the co-host.
Oh my gosh, I almost kicked him off the show already. There's no cap, it's the recap. It's WWE Crown Jewel pay-per-view. But before we skip any further, I told you we had a special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, you know how we do. Yeah, of course. Shout out to the chair. You know how we do on OE Wrestling when we have a guest. This man is America's most dangerous nightmare. He's on their most wanted list. Somehow. You don't find him, he finds you. Okay? Don't lie about your credit score because he'll pull it up somehow, some way. He has the gas. He needs to pass it. Hold on, let's talk about it before I interrupt. You got the gas, but can I smoke some of it? Anyway, OB Wrestling Podcast, let's stay on topic. The host of A&G Podcast, you see him on Get Your Bars Off Podcast, Conversation at the Shop Podcast, and now here at OE Wrestling Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, Gino.
Yo, what's going on?
Welcome to the podcast. This is how we do, people.
Man.
Coming down to the ring, Gino. How you doing, Gino?
I'm doing good. What's good, Dre? What's going on,
Good,
man?
my brother.
Oh, Dre did pop up. I
chilling,
thought the chair
chilling.
was there.
Man, yo, I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me. Shout out to all the fans. I hope I meet your approval standards. Let's get into this. I'm ready. I'm excited. I got my gas.
Better be careful
I'm
in
ready
the
to do
comments.
recap.
Better be careful in the comments. I'm gonna send Gino people after you.
Yo.
Silence. Acknowledge the Relax Pack. Shout out Nicole and the whole tribe. But to me, before we get started, WWE Crown Jewel pay-per-view. Before we deep dive into what happened in each and every match, I just want to hear your overall thoughts on the pay-per-view. Let me start, and I want to say straight up, this was WWE best pay-per-view of 2021. And I mean that. To me, this was and I mean from top to bottom card. I'm not saying you select him at no. Full pay-per-view, to me, this was WWE's best pay-per-view of 2021. And I'm saying that. I'm ready to hear people arguments. I'm ready. I want to hear what was a better pay-per-view than Crown Jewel so I could go back and watch it. Because I can't think of nothing. So already that's bad. The fact that you have to Google something, that's bad.
Oh, I'm not on Google.
Oh, no, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm talking about everybody. Just the fact you have to look up stuff at home to figure out what could compete, that's bad. I think this was clear. Their best. Clearly. But that's just me. I'm the host. What do I know? I'm here for y'all. My co-host Dre, guest Gino. What's going on?
You want to go first? All right. So,
I'm about to relax him already.
I'm gonna be real. This was the best Crown Jewel.
Oh, by far. That's clear.
I don't know about best pay-per-view of the year.
Give me one.
No, I'm saying I don't know about best pay-per-view yet. I didn't like some of the
I said
finishes.
WWE.
Yeah, no, I'm talking WWE.
Okay.
I'm just saying personally, I didn't like some of the finishes. I felt like there were certain aspects. The main event finish was I think the way the pay-per-view ended was the best ending we've had all year. But as far as the entire body, I can't agree with that. There was a few not lackluster, but if like weird finishes that was
but once again, I said it was the best pay-per-view year. Can you name a pay-per-view that was better than Crown Jewels? From top to bottom. Because when we going to deep dive in this, but I'm gonna say this off rip, hot take. I sat there and watched and enjoyed. I liked every single match on the card, and I mean every single match. Dewdrop and Vega liked it. I liked every single match. That's why I'm asking people. I hear y'all. There's lackluster, of course. Duh. I didn't say it was the best ever. I said of 2021. Make sure I had that part on. What
right,
pay-per-view was overall better? Overall pay-per-view. No, I'm talking about overall pay-per-view. The show, the fans, the end ring, the ending, the overall pay-per-view. To me, Nothing. What? Especially with
It's
WWE.
either this or Mania. It's either this or Mania for me.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
For me
That's the
personally.
argument. That's the
I
argument.
mean,
I always said that.
I was leaning more towards SummerSlam, maybe. To be honest,
SummerSlam's a good one. Hey, you got a real.
That was when Brock popped out at the end.
SummerSlam was really good. Now that you mention that, you got a great point too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't a bad pay-per-view.
Me personally, I still got Crown Jewel over them.
I really feel like it's up there, bro. Like,
I hear your argument.
There were some matches that weren't like great, but there was not one bad matchup, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It was nothing that made me sick. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's. Andre, what's your take?
I'm split in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it definitely the best Crown Jewel, so I agree with you there. I could see Frost's argument because it's a top 3 WWE pay-per-view. That being the SummerSlam that you just brought up. I forgot how great SummerSlam
I just thought about
that
it.
might just be the number one. Now that you mentioned that, you know what I'm saying?
SummerSlam might be the only good argument for real.
SummerSlam had to compete with that full. What was it? The Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
It had to do with the one.
And we're not counting. I'm not counting any of the takeovers.
The Daniel
Bryan,
that was
no, we're not counting
all that. And the funny thing about that was the SummerSlam had the better execution than the AEW, to keep it a buck. Because when you knew CM Punk was coming like 2 weeks before he came, and it was a bad way that they rolled him out. You know what I'm saying? But just the impact of it was just good enough to save it. Just like the moment of having CM Punk was like, all right, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It was on the second episode of Rampage. It should have been on the first episode of Rampage.
Yeah, I won't count that as
pay-per-view. Like that in itself, and then like the little Easter eggs they did with Darby Allin, like it was like, bro, like if you're gonna keep it a mystery, keep it a mystery. But if you're gonna like make it into a thing, don't just have Darby Allin spit it out on like a little 20-second promo, like, oh, if you're the best in the world, then you know what I'm saying? I was just like, all right, so this is who he's gonna match up with. Then they had like a couple Easter eggs.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I got to do my job. Y'all going too far, AEW. I be giving AEW love. This is WWE Crown Jewel. There's too much talk about AEW. I'm already got hate mail already. I thought this was Crown Jewel already.
They did a great job of competing with that because you didn't know Brock was coming. You didn't know Becky was coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had good matches on that card, and it just was like shock value.
No, I agree. I like SummerSlam. I'm still pissed about the Belair thing, but overall, I'm not. That's just the fan me. I like SummerSlam.
I'm more mad about it now for the fact that she never got her payoff. You know what I'm saying? With either Sasha Banks,
and that's what. No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Because Sasha, you remember Sasha choked her out with her own hair,
back around,
and then she dipped around. You know what I'm saying? Then they like did the whole little brand thing or whatever. Then they got the Becky Lynch thing. Becky comes, takes the title. She doesn't get her revenge yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, then she loses that Crown Jewel. So it's like, at this point, the screw job doesn't matter because she's beaten you since then in a fair matchup, bro.
Well, my only, you know how I feel about Belair. But I literally, and then
we can talk about that when that match.
We can
talk about that match.
I got a hot take on that. That people are not.
So since we talk about matches, should we go down the card?
Yeah, the first match.
The first match was the Usos versus Hurt Business. That was on the
Now I'm so we're deep diving into stuff. Before we get to the match, I want to talk about the competitors in the match. First of all, shout out to the Usos. The crowd love you. I was with that. Put y'all to the side real quick. I'm gonna let y'all talk more. I just have to say this. Hurt Business. I watch wrestling. Like, it's a struggle that I have to watch Raw. They make fun of me that I watch Raw. Listen to me. I do not know when Shelton and Cedric said, yo, guess what? We're Hurt Business again. And then
they did that.
Wait, Dino, wait. This is a rhetorical question. Please, it's a rhetorical. Let me tell you why it's rhetorical. Because I don't give two, and people know I was a fan of Hurt Business. I love that they was giving Cedric something and definitely giving Shelton. I'm sorry, I'm a supporter of Shelton. I think Shelton is very underrated. The reason why I don't care is because WWE, what y'all tend to do is y'all. I see it as business wise. Y'all book for newer fans. Y'all have to, because you're not booking for long term fans. Because why in God's green earth would you think I even care for Hurt Business? First of all, you got squashed, stacked on top of each other, and pinned by the person you went back to work for. And then wait. I'm gonna skip it up a little bit. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna go to. I am. I'm sorry. You got squashed. And what made it worse is, like I said, I watch wrestling. That's the same ending that Roman squashed Daniel Bryan the Edge. So y'all had a second ending. Like, no, sorry, that's weak. But anyway, and then you come out later for the man you work for, and then you get squashed by Let's stick to the opening match. The Usos versus Hurt Business. What's your take is? I just want to get that out. I'm sorry. Black Excellence, Black Pride, you already know it, but Hurt Business, the tag team, as a fan, y'all are Spirit Squad to me. Straight up. Like, I'm not gonna root on for two people that got squashed. My G, they didn't just get beat, they got destroyed. And he laid one grown man on another grown man and didn't fully pin them. He placed his hands on top. 1, 2, 3. I am not supporting. I'm not supporting that. I'm sorry. I watch wrestling. There's nothing I can do. Yo, you're not gonna tell me, bro. What? Yo, shout out to the Usos. But continue, because I think I'm being biased now because I'm so disgusted. Y'all go ahead.
Go ahead, Dre.
Nasty.
All right. To me, I did see the Hurt Business get back together, and while you do have a good point there, like I was cool with it for the simple fact they haven't did nothing with Cedric or Shelton Benjamin at all since they
can't let that slide though.
Business. You know what I'm saying? They was up in catering, so I'm glad to just see them being utilized.
All right, see, my problem with Dre is I was on your side. Look, I'm gonna let you finish, but Dre, I was on your side for that point. But my thing is, I was feeling that way when they made the Hurt Business.
Right. They dropped the ball when they did all that. You know what I'm saying? But
so it's a little bit of time went by.
A little bit of time went by, but obviously not enough because some people.
You got squashed by the person.
Some people never let these. You know what I'm saying? I was just happy for them to be back on TV.
I was one of those people saying Hurt Business versus the Tribe or the Bloodline.
It just didn't make no sense. It didn't make no sense for me. It didn't make no sense this matchup because it's like you're with Bobby Lashley, so that already means you're on a different brand than Roman Reigns and the Usos. So why are y'all having this matchup to begin with?
Right.
I think
that's a bar.
All right,
that's a bar.
So let me.
Good point.
I think I'm the only one who realized what was going on, and that's okay.
No, please.
This was just the setup. This is the preliminary setup for Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns coming down the line. This is going to be the setup where it's like, look, hey, y'all jobbered them. These guys are jobbers. This is the whole setup. And this, if WWE does it right, this is going to be an excellent matchup for next.
There's no need for that.
Hold on. Listen, I'm talking about this match: Usos versus Hurt Business, right? The Usos won, right? Okay. But what I'm saying is, even though there was no real potential for this match, this is the setup for future going down the line, where it's like, yo. How long do you think Bobby Lashley and Hurt Business are going to stay on Raw, honestly? Or do you think those guys are going to – I think they're going to move over to SmackDown. I think they're
not for a while.
Right. And that's okay. That's okay. Listen. They split the team up. Listen. They split the team up. They realized what they did was a bad idea, and they rebuilt up. They put it back together. I'm not mad at that.
With no story? Yo.
No.
I'm the only one mad about this.
Time out.
They got squashed. They got destroyed. They are Spirit Squad members. Continue.
Right. Okay. So listen, you are now saying flat out you are biased against them. You're not going to get behind the push. That's okay.
Now,
That's
yes,
it.
because
No, 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 no,
I
no,
have
no,
a,
no, stop,
no,
full stop, full stop, full
yes.
stop, full stop,
I
full
gave
stop,
a
full stop,
reasoning.
full
No,
stop.
I won't. You want to know we
You
wrestling
didn't
podcast?
you
I
said
won't.
you said
Hold on,
you
time
said
out,
you didn't
Gino. I'm
remember
on OB
overall.
Wrestling
Wait,
Podcast. No. I said, hold on, no. I said, and I said it before I said I stopped believing that. Because I gave my reason why I don't believe they push. I have a reason. I said I was there for them since day one. I wanted the Hurt Business. I wanted Hurt Business to stay together. But I'm sorry. I watch wrestling. Like I put in hours watching wrestling. I'm not
Yo,
the
stop
wrestling
saying I
fan.
watch wrestling. We all watch wrestling, my G.
Okay,
Yo,
but
hey.
no. First
Now,
of all,
wait.
no. I'm gonna shut you
even
down
hear
too,
that,
Dre,
bro. I really
because
do.
everybody doesn't watch all wrestling in here. They told me that to their face. So you're wrong already. So let me finish. Like I'm saying this, I'm not saying nobody watch wrestling, but if you watch
Let's go.
sometimes when they mess up a storyline that's random, that shit gets dumb. It hurts the fan, bro. Like that's where all the complaints come.
So can I finish making my point? Can I finish making my point?
Yeah, Gino. Let Gino finish. I did cut him off. My fault, Gino. Go ahead.
So you didn't catch on Raw when they put them back together, and that's okay. What I'm saying is,
I did. I saw when they was at the ramp and it was help. It still didn't make sense to me. I saw.
Right. That's fine. That's fine. It doesn't make sense to you. The point is that it happened. There's plenty of things that don't make sense in WWE, but we're willing to accept. True or false?
Willing to accept. Yes, some things.
Right. So now,
Now
you're being very selective on that bias, and that's okay. All I'm saying is, look, Kane got set on fire by Undertaker as a kid, but he forgave
I said
that
I was
nigga.
being biased.
He forgave him and was cool with him. If that's not catching you up, I don't see how the Hurt Business getting back with Bobby Lashley's catching
This is
you up.
now.
Yo, Gino.
Yes.
I see you. All right, hold on.
But did you not see Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns go one-on-one already on Raw? And Roman Reigns clearly beat him? You didn't see that just happen? After Big E took the title,
how many times
Roman Reigns showed up on Raw?
How many times he fought Brock?
Beat Bobby Lashley, and then went on and then beat both of them in a triple threat later on in the match in the same night. So he beat Bobby
That's what
Lashley
I'm saying. This story is done.
I don't think he beat Bobby clean. I don't think he beat Bobby clean.
He beat
Bobby enough.
Look, you know how WWE.
Okay, we get into it because I do want to hear. I do want to hear his thoughts on this, ladies and gentlemen. This man used too much hairspray. Well, I think not hairspray, wave gel. If he could, this man rolls up all the Dutches, Raws, backwoods, everything you need. I think he has every wave cap, more wave caps than Murder Mook himself. This man is the host of Get Your Bars Off podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, Ari Stark.
I dig it. I'm just trying to get in this conversation while I'm on break.
So we only on the pre-match in this game.
My boy Ari gang banging at work, man, off the 9 to 5, bro. Salute.
Sorry, Dre. Some of us just live normal civilian lives and wear bandanas that white men wear. But nah, just to tap in with the whole Hurt Business situation. I mean, I kind of agree it was very random, but if you kind of pay attention to what they social medias talking, Cedric has been kind of like talking on if like, hey, this kind of stuff wouldn't be happening to you, Bobby, if you had your guys around. And lo and behold, they finally, you know what I'm saying, bring them back together. And I mean, I think how many pitches are you going to give to the higher ups about, yo, the people want to see us versus the bloodline. The people want to see us back together. Whoop-de-whoop. I mean, the people are saying it. Like, the people want it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they just clamoring for MVP to come back. Like, they want to see that at a full strength again because they see the potential of what it could do. You got New Day, Bloodline, and Hurt Business. Hurt Business was the new one, kind of the new kids on the block. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how they did with NXT, but you don't got to have NXT. You can still do a triple threat. You know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. I'm happy that they're back together. like I always say, when we watch WWE, we got to kind of suspend our belief a little bit. We know what we know what we're walking into. We know we're going to be walking into stupidity. We know we're going to be walking into randomness. But sometimes it all comes together in the greater scheme. You know what I'm saying? But this is what we got to understand. We've been watching it for how long? You know what I'm saying? We're still here, so we got to know the business we're working with. But neither here nor there. I'm happy with what I mean with even seeing the Usos going over in that match. I mean Cedric and Shelton are great competitors, but I mean you gotta call a spade a spade. The Usos are it right now. Them losing to Shelton and Cedric will look crazy right now. It will look crazy.
That would look wild. That would
Right.
look wild.
I mean it's the same with Bobby. Bobby got the same treatment that Drew McIntyre got. It ain't no difference. It don't matter who holding that title.
You know what though, with
That's a
the
fact.
Hurt Business though, like, and I hate to like keep, you know what I'm saying, because we like stuck on the Hurt Business, but I feel like they disbanded them because they were gaining too much
Yeah,
notoriety.
too quickly.
You know what I'm saying? They're being compared to Evolution, but it was like, yo, this is the Black Evolution. It ain't no, you know what I'm
It
saying?
was
Like,
great, bro.
it ain't no stereotypical.
Black men in
You know what I'm
suits.
saying?
No,
Black gimmick
there was a
But they
characters,
took
face or heels.
like normal. You know what I'm saying?
they
Giving
took
them
that
normal.
momentum and tried to give it all to Bobby, and it worked, but it didn't
It
work
worked.
how they thought it would.
It
It would
did
have.
more exactly.
Yeah, but where
And
yeah,
that's what
continue
I'm
where y'all
saying.
was at though.
I ain't gonna hold you. That's what I said. It was just the fan side of me. That's the fan. Like I said, I tell people when I'm fan in business. That's the fan side of me saying that. Like the fan is watching this. I rooted everything Ari said is correct. I was on that side. This is damn near. They're building up to be Evolution MVPs on fire. One of the best men. Like he's being compared to Paul Heyman. Like that's the only person he's competing with on WWE.
That means
So it was crazy. The whole unity. And then, like I said, I'm sorry. That did hurt me as a fan. Ari's right, you're right. That's what I said is the fan side of me. I know what I'm dealing with, but still, yo, I saw these two get squashed though. Like not even the tag team that's supposed to back up Bobby Lashley, he beat them by himself. How is that your help?
We've seen that before. So I mean, we've seen Triple H
beat
Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
And I didn't same thing. Like what
right,
you
I'm saying
this isn't. But I know I agree, and that's why I said Ari. That once again, this is the fan sign. This is y'all getting to business, it's not business. Sometimes you got to be a fan. This is my fan watching it. Fan first, bro. I did not know as a fan. I get the business side of it. Trust me, I do. I really do. But as a fan, I'm talking to others. We forget there's people that think like that doesn't understand the business at all like us.
As a fan,
at all.
I ain't even thinking business. As a fan, I'm just happy to see Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin being used on the card, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even though they got, you know what I'm saying, they did this Karrion Kross, you know what I'm saying? He's still going through it. But like, I'll be happy once he gets out of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They did it to Cedric and Alexander right at WrestleMania season. They got dropped right at WrestleMania season. And it was funny because, like, you saw there was a shot of Cedric Alexander after they lost those titles and the Hurt Business broke up, where he's like sitting outside the ring.
Yeah, I saw that. I remember that.
He knew, like, all right.
And the crazy part is the reason why it's a fan side. I like Hurt Business tag team. I like the tag team of Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Like, I really like that team. That's why I said it's the fan side of me talking, because, like, seriously, I want them to break out of this. I want them to start winning. They couldn't beat the Usos. No way. Wouldn't have made sense.
Pardon God.
But I hope they make their way back up to the top. Go ahead, Gio.
So, I just want to say, overall, the Usos versus Hurt Business, the match itself was a good match. It wasn't a bad match.
Good, yes, it was.
But
it was very good.
You already know the Usos have good chemistry with Shelton Benjamin. They've known this. They've wrestled each other for years. Same thing with Cedric Alexander. The match was good. It was somewhat formulaic, but it wasn't in a bad manner. No. We knew the Usos were going to win watching it because it was a pre-show, and you're not going to have your hottest tag team lose. Like the New Day doesn't lose pre-shows when they're on it. Like it's
they put on good shows. They do put on good shows.
Right.
But once again, this was just the opportunity for Hurt Business to get back in the limelight and get back on the path to get people to be like, okay, they're serious. They got competition.
So going into the
that's what I said. I'm giving him a chance.
I was gonna say going into the opening match, it was Edge versus Seth Rollins, Hell in the Cell.
Way to open a show.
I want to take the first take at this because I know Frass, you can be long-winded. Flat out, I honestly didn't care. I didn't care for the story building up. I knew it was going to be a good match because Seth Rollins and Edge have real good in-ring chemistry. But as far as like the story of it, I'd stopped caring after the second match. The second matchup, I was just like, all right, this is the trilogy for the pay-per-view. I know it's going to be this is the rubber match kind of thing. I don't care.
I can agree with you on that. Where it was like, I mean, the house situation was just cool to see in modern time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just see them kind of doing that again. But did it add or take away from the story too much? No, not really. I just kind of was just like, oh, they're wrestling again. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's in Hell in a Cell. All right, cool. They're ending feuds in a Hell in a Cell. That was the meat and potatoes for me. They're taking the actual match stipulation and utilizing it for how it's supposed to be. The ending of feuds, blow off of feuds. Yep. You feel me? That was the big gist for me. That was the main thing I got out of it, and they delivered. You know what I'm saying? I feel like knowing both of their experience. Yeah, it was both their experience in the Hell in a Cell. Obviously, Seth had a lot to kind of like make up for with the Fiend joint, and I think this did his justice. You know what I'm saying? The table spot. I mean, just the spots in general were crazy, but I mean
that table spot, the ladder was insane.
And I'd say that I think that will kind of like ease a lot of people like me who really were never like too like got accustomed to the new cell, which was like so big, and compared to the old ones where it was like smaller, able to use a little bit more as an actual weapon, I guess. Seeing things like this where he's able to climb and then fall off and shit like that, like yeah, this does look like an actual cage.
They utilize the cell. They definitely did.
They're finding more things to do inside of it other than just, you know what I'm saying, throw them and try to treat it like the old cell. No, it's way more things to do in here. Shout out to the Usos and, you know what I'm saying, and New Day, Sasha and Bailey, like trying to kind of really stepping up the things you can do in that cell, in my opinion. But great match, great match. I think they got like nobody cares about Meltzer joint, but got a good 4 too.
Yeah, it was a great match. I like the spots.
Like a battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Like when you like watch a battle rap event, like the whole battle rap event, right? You know that first battle, no matter what, the crowd is, you know what I'm saying? They got more energy. It's early. They've been waiting to react to something. So, you know, they extra lit for that first match. You know what I'm saying? So this was the perfect match for that. But at the same time, watching it, it felt like a Young Bucks match in the sense that I was just like at first I was watching, I'm just like, yo, the crowd is super lit. Like, I don't know if it's the crowd or if, you know what I'm saying, what it is, but the energy's there. They got good energy from the crowd. But like by halfway through it and the spots that were going, by the time it ended, I felt like, yo, man, like they did everything. Like, nothing's gonna be able to top this the rest of the night.
No, I get what you're saying.
I don't feel like nothing was able to top it because, like, yo, y'all did so much. Y'all did it to where everybody else could just have like a good match, but like y'all stole the show.
You put a main event now. I put a match that would be a main event on any other card as the first match. That's definitely stealing the show.
I love it.
I don't think it stole the show personally. I thought it was a great match.
I don't think it stole the show either, but it was match of the. It might be match of the night.
Like I'm gonna put it like this: in ring, it was the match of the night. But storyline, gravity, ramifications, everything going into
that
it.
Show very well.
That wasn't the match of the night. Well. That makes sense.
What did they end the show with again?
Brock and
Roman and Brock.
Roman.
Oh yeah. I missed that.
Man. That's a good match, bro. Ari, you know how I feel about like the wrestling that's in ring storytelling wrestling.
Brock and Roman really never had bad chemistry, to be honest with you.
No, I know what you mean, but that was old school storytelling. We're gonna get
right. Let's stay in order. So I was gonna say,
Frost didn't send his take on that.
Frost didn't take on the.
No. It's just y'all said pretty.
Yeah,
much
he kept it short and sweet.
Y'all had all the markers. Everything I needed to say. I thought the match was good. The story, I was like, on, but like Ari said, I was really excited. This is the business and fan sign together. I was excited that they utilized the Hell in a Cell for what it's supposed to be used for. End game. This is it. Call it. There's no more after this. Y'all went through hell. Whoever survived hell, that's the winner. I loved it. I loved it.
Either winner would have been good for me, to be honest.
I love the little impaler by Seth Rollins. Called it Edge finishing maneuver. I like that.
Nah, that was hard. Yeah. Shout out to them, man. End of a feud, man. Let's see what I'm just
Seth
happy to
took
see what's
the
next for
bumps.
Edge.
Oh, and like Ari said, another thing like Ari said is I do want to point out is Seth did get his get back from the Fiend match.
I think
Like,
right
for
now
real,
we
for
might
real.
get.
That was good. That was
I
good.
think now, I honestly think either Seth or Edge is going to be the next person. Should be the next person really going after
Roman.
I would like Seth and
Big
Big
E.
E.
Yeah,
well,
because they're both on
I
Raw.
would like Seth and Big E.
Edge is on Raw. They're both on Raw.
Yeah, they both went to Raw. That's what I'm saying. Like you got two people.
I don't like. I want Seth to stay on SmackDown.
Right, but I mean,
Seth and Roman, we still needed to see Seth and Roman.
Not yet. That's a build up for another pay-per-view.
No, you can still build it up. That's what I said. They kept them away from each other for a while.
Keep it that way. Keep it that way. Make it because Roman right now looks like his reign's gonna last past WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's true. I did say he's on the verge of a 2-year run. I can see that.
And the thing is, right now it's
because y'all keep going into Roman.
No, because we're just talking about Seth. We're just talking about Seth and Edge. We're just literally talking about Seth and Edge going after Big E. Yeah.
But that can be. I can see. I would go Seth. Edge probably got to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He can do another non-title feud.
Right. And that's the whole thing is like right now Roman. There's no one who should be beating Roman for the belt. To be honest,
he just needs competitors that make the feud viewable.
Right. And then Big E right now needs people. He needs a nice solid run where he's fighting legit people and gets time to build. Because Big E was such a lovable guy. He has no rivalries. All his rivals are tag team guys.
Yep, all they got right now is Sheamus. What's his name? Bobby.
Right. And
Right. Crown Jewel. The next match on the Crown Jewel card was Mansoor
versus Mustafa Ali. That one was that was a good match, and I like the way that they built in something towards this. It wasn't just a random throwaway match. It was like now there's a little build up into it, and it was
for the hometown. Yeah,
we already knew
for the hometown crowd too.
Wasn't winning. We already knew he wasn't winning.
Hell no, that nigga he's Stone Cold Steve Austin out there, bro.
Yo, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say when Tariq Hamdi pulled up and kicked him in the head, I was lit. I was like, yo, he KO'd somebody like that. That's how you lost.
No.
That's how you lost. That's how you got the silver medal because he knocked the dude out.
I seen the video. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
I love Taekwondo, so when I seen that kick come up, it was like, yo, that was a pure wow. That's a pure side kick, just perfect. Like wow, flexible. Like yo, it was like the foot angle, everything. It was like yo. He sold the kick well, and they shot it from the right angle, so it looked like you didn't see the hand come up, but then it was just like so smooth. Like I didn't know who it was, and for a second I was like, "Yo."
Yeah, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, "Oh, he kicked shit out of him."
Some like pro wrestlers.
Mansoor is the Undertaker at WrestleMania at Crown Jewel.
Undertaker.
He like for it though. He want to Royal Rumble at the race. He's not losing.
Bro, he came through like a prodigy, bro. First match, they treated him like Jesus out there. Never mind. They treated him like a highly favored person.
They believe in Jesus.
I'm just knowing what happened to Jesus. And just, I don't want
to. Already. First time I had to do it for the show.
Relax. 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 We don't want to put too much on wax before they go up against the line.
Yo, man.
Yo, that's a new one. That's fire.
On that same note, with this matchup in particular, I really enjoyed this match. You know what I'm saying? Because there was so many layers to this matchup. Like first time ever two Muslims going against each other. And
Shout out to them for that.
You know what I'm saying? That's huge to the people of that religion. It was huge to the people of that country, and you know what I'm saying, who are watching, that were there to see that representation. You know what I'm saying? And then also, like, man, just to see how far like that country is like growing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love to see it. I feel like everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know with our propaganda that we spread on each other, and I'm sure they do the same thing with their countries. You know, we're like,
don't be putting us weird with they shit. That's they shit. Don't do that with us.
I'm just saying,
guys, relax. RELAX, relax. We don't want to put too much on wax before they go up against the line.
You know what I meant.
Niggas look like Solomon Grundy with that.
Yeah, the green screen's taking away.
But nah, son. I mean, like I said, but more so just for just their placement in the wrestling game, knowing where like going from Iron Sheiks of the world and such, and to see these two dudes, you know what I'm saying, wrestling for their country and such like that. That's just dope to see. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Especially like Ali, who's been fighting heavy.
They have one of the better storylines going into the crown.
His in-ring is crazy, yo.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, like, just like if I was like a scout, it was like, yo, this man is good for real. Like, Ali is good.
I think Ali is just one of those underutilized talents where it's like,
his I'm not gonna lie,
his physique, like the same thing like Ricochet, where it's well, he's better than Ricochet because he actually used the mic, but the same physique problem where it's like you're really good, but there's a certain limit because of how big we have people. Like, you're not Rey Mysterio level good. You're not.
Well, they felt like that almost when he was gonna give him the Money in the Bank.
Right, but Rey Mysterio's the crowd behind Rey Mysterio way different.
Bro, Mustafa was getting them with those promos, and that's another thing. Remember, Ray couldn't do promos. Mustafa was having very prolific promos, really getting the fans organically. Like
Rey Mysterio in the ring is one of the greatest in-ring performers of all.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, Rey Mysterio.
That's how I actually learned about ECW. Was my homeboy buddy told me, like, yo, this is back when Rey Mysterio was in ECW. He's like, yo, you gotta see this dude named Rey Mysterio. He's like the best wrestler in the world. And I was just like,
Eddie.
Ray, that's what I'm saying. Rey Mysterio crowd pop is a whole different level. Like, if you ever been in an arena when Rey Mysterio come, like, I've been in San Diego and Rey Mysterio come out. Andre, you know what I'm talking about. The whole arena rock for him. Like it's like Austin in Texas, bro.
Thanks.
And Rey Mysterio get almost that same level everywhere he go. Rey Mysterio, like,
he's an inspiration though, bro, because he is the smallest. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mansoor, Mustafa, they're both great in ring competitors. I'm not taking.
Well, they were treating what's his name, Ali, more so like how they were gonna do it. Well, the Kofi Mania thing, Daniel Bryan, you know what I'm saying, Yes Movement. That's where they're more so they were aligning with that. Whereas literally like the people are pushing for it. But I see what you're saying with Ray, like where it's just like undeniable in the ring, where it's like he is just an eye. He's just an eye. You know what I'm saying? He's great for TV at the end of the day.
Yeah, like, yo, Rey Mysterio hits a move, and it's because no one's ever seen a luchador move like that come out. It's just mind-boggling till they start screaming, like, he can't lose now after all of that.
That's why Phoenix is the next.
Something real crazy.
That's why Phoenix is the next.
All right, you said
turn your mic up.
It's supposed to be set up for Ali, not Kofi initially, and you're right. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So like, if he didn't get injured, he would have main evented Mania and been the first Muslim to be the world champion. Because you know Dan Bryan would have did the job for that. You know what I'm saying? Just like
I remember he pushed for Ali to be in that spot.
Moment of the show, Kofi won.
Thank you.
Kofi won.
But
Kofi
but that's why I'm still mad they never put hold up.
I won. Let's party.
Nah, but this is why I'm mad they never gave us the Ali and Kofi feud.
The point I'm trying to make is this though. That's crazy how in WWE an injury, it's like you really like could like get set back so far from an injury. You look at Finn Balor with his first Universal title run. never got the
Yeah,
back.
you're not
You know what I'm
lying.
saying?
You're not lying.
Next man up is that next man up theory, man.
Yeah, man.
Got it the worst out of that one. The person who could have main evented Mania, well, probably wouldn't have been the main event, but he still would have got the title at Mania. That would have been a nice, feather in his cap.
It's still how Brock did Mustafa and Kofi filthy before and after the title. So it was like the end game was the same, like the natural timeline.
so while we're still on Mustafa, quick question for y'all: do you guys see the heel turn coming? Like, are you guys excited for them letting him go full heel now?
Who, Mustafa?
Yeah, they're gonna let him go. It seems like, but he was he was more like anti-hero, where it was like, look, I'm fighting the corporation,
I got you. Yeah, he's gonna be like the suited heel now.
Mistreated and stuff. Now it's like, no, fuck, I'm an asshole. Fuck.
Yeah.
If they give him time, I think he's gonna be a star.
He can do it though.
I think they need to let him go.
Because what you saying, what Mustafa could do if he could capitalize.
Oh, they play Mr. Telephone, man.
The same type of heat as Ray as a heel. Because he could be fighting all these bigger dudes, and he's smart, sneaky.
You know what make me worry about that?
He's so good in ring. You're gonna see that. So if he can be the heel Ray, it's possible.
Frass, you know what scared me about that? Why I don't think they'll do that though?
You feel the animal Ray?
It's because look what they just did. Look what they just did to Old Boy and Hit Squad. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah Source Scott was the leader.
Is that official? Like,
yeah, they just switching on. All right, y'all the tag team now. You the new leader, basically. You know what I'm saying?
That's tough to say. When you got guys like the New Day who are kind of like the bar of how you can move as a faction, it don't really matter who's the tag team and who's the singles guy. You know what I'm saying? If we're successful here and they're successful there, shoot, we're all leading.
I'll give it another week, Dre. I see what you're saying, but I give it another week.
Yeah, I want to see how it plays out.
I was on that. I don't know they fully gave him. I'll give him another week. I see what you're saying though.
I would personally. I'm happy they let him go as a single guy. Yeah, I'm happy.
Shot is that guy.
Speaking of tag team,
I need a kill shot and Ray Phoenix match before they
the Raw Tag Team Championship. RK Bro versus AJ Styles and Omos.
That was a fun match.
Almost had me crying during that match.
The slap when he kept getting hit.
Yeah.
That's the only gripe I would say. Like, and that's not even like a gripe. It's kind of like with how like certain like when I seen what's his name, what's the dude name? Mark Kanellis, the Kanellis dude. Mike Kanellis, yeah, he was talking about how Roman was sitting on the 205 live matches and say just like do certain things to kind of like make the vibe a little like more serious or something like that, whatever, and or slowing things down a little bit. And I wish Omos would have did that with the strikes instead of just coming back like that. Like,
no.
It looked comical. It was. That's what I'm saying. It looked comical, but. That's what I'm saying. It looked comical. I think at that moment it shouldn't have looked comical. If you would have had that brooding look over the slow turn, like it would have made it a little more serious. That's the only part. That's the only part.
I'm gonna disagree, and
that's my guy. Get your
bars
off.
What happened a little bit earlier, not a little earlier, later,
afterwards, bro.
that justifies that moment. So this is what happens. Remember, he throws who's he throwing the corner? I think it was Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Throws him in the corner, hits him, and the crowd's going, ooh, like when he hits him. He just starts screaming, ooh, this is my house now. The whole crowd popped for that.
He's feeling himself now.
Right, but my thing is the whole match, that's what he was doing. He was cracking jokes. He was having the time of his life. And it was worth it. I think if he was trying to be serious and then doing that, it wouldn't have worked. I think he was actually.
But that I agree.
But he was doing that with Randy though. Randy, it would have worked with. Randy would have worked with.
No, that's who he was doing it with. Though.
It would have gave that little serious. That not.
But
not
he was doing. No, I'm saying he was joking around with Randy in the ring later on, just like a minute later within that same exchange. That worked.
I'm with you on that.
He was talking.
I'm with you on that.
He was talking the whole match, because remember when we're watching almost in the ring.
The part when he was stepping on them and everything, he was in his bag.
Because the thing is, he's not out here doing like massive suplexes. He's not doing all these technical holds. So he
like little bear claws and shit like that. Yeah.
Right. And it's like, okay, he's using this He's using the fact that at least he can use his vocality to change some of the in-ring chemistry. It's more than what you do in the ring than
Good
just the
in-ring
suplexes and
storytelling.
slaps. So
Exactly,
that right
storytelling.
there, working with AJ, where it's like, AJ, you can work your ass off. Hey, tag me in, catch your breath. I'm gonna sit here, hit people, everyone falls down. I'm gonna scream, walk around the ring, pick people up, toss you a bit. You're gonna use my height to help propel you, so it's like the move looks harder. All of that, and it works because he's sitting there still doing his conversational part.
I'm a fan of Omos. I hope Omos and AJ stay together for a while. I saw that a lot of people want them to split up, but no, like
they want AJ to get one more run before he retires.
Yeah, I know, but at least till after Mania, like because I feel like they're doing a good job. Like AJ's having fun. Like
you don't need to split him up. You don't need to split him up for him to do his final run.
Exactly. Turn your mic up. You turn your mic up. They do not need to split up. The New Day, I feel like they're the game changers for real. They showed you that it's acceptable, and it should be even more acceptable for heels. This is why I'm confused with some of y'all. For it should work even more. What do you got? Like what?
Definitely agree.
What was the next match on the card though?
The next match was
hold up. I'll let y'all talk.
All right, relax. He was quiet. My fault.
Matt Riddle.
Relax, buddy.
Matt Riddle is a future world heavyweight champion, bro.
Oh yeah,
watching this matchup, bro. Matt Riddle could have a fire program with every single person, including his tag team partner in this matchup, bro. Like the chemistry watching this matchup between
not like your hot take,
Matt Riddle and Randy Orton with AJ Styles, but to have the same thing with Omos is like he's in there being coached by like two legends and one person who's like on his way to being like a future world champion. And obviously with the natural talent and size of Omos, he's gonna be a future world champion too. So it's kind of like them.
Dre
like,
brought Arn Anderson with
you know
him.
What I'm saying? They're getting their chemistry down for that future world title match, Omos versus Matt Riddle. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be a future world title match, bro.
I think
I agree.
I can't disagree with that. I think
that was a great hot take, Jerry. That was a great hot take.
I think everyone in that, we just seen 4 champions in that ring. We just don't know it yet, essentially.
Turn your mother-loving mic up. They spitting bars right now.
Like it was like honestly, that was a really good match. It was fun. It was engaging, and it shows how you can do essentially a going match and still have it be engaging. There was nothing wrong with it. It was do it. Tell the competitors to go out there, have fun, talk your shit. Don't go too crazy. You don't have to do super crazy moves. Pick out your finish. If your finish is gonna be a spot, make it with the one big good spot of the match. Call it a day. And that was it. And it was like okay, because when you seen the RKO get hit, it wasn't like okay, yeah, he's kicking out. I was like, nah, this is it. This is it. Okay.
You know, it's funny not to like harp on AEW, but when Matt Riddle and Randy Orton came out, it reminded me of when Cody had brought his dog to the entrance and they did the fireworks and the dog freaked out and didn't come out with them and everything, right? Because I was worried about that because they are having fireworks go off and them camels didn't budge at all. They didn't.
Nah, bro. I don't.
Like
You don't understand.
They had them camels. Them camels like, nigga, I'm used to hearing gunshots. I ain't worried about those.
Yeah, I was gonna say like when you like those aren't like
R. Anderson. Who? We ain't scared of no R. Anderson.
Like Saudi Arabia.
Like, we got out of Anderson.
It's not a war zone.
Camels are familiar with gunshots. They're like, look, fireworks do not faze me, bro.
So the next match was the Queen's Crown Finals, Doudrop versus Selena Vega.
I like the match.
I didn't really care for the match. You know what I mean?
I agree on that, but it
6 minutes.
Break to me.
No, it was 6 minutes. It wasn't.
No,
it was less than 6 minutes.
I timed it down. It started at 10:38 and it ended at 10:45. It was 8 minutes.
No. You probably count the entrances too.
No, I'm not. I'm counting when the bell rang. I timed it.
Nah, I'm
As
telling
soon
you, I
as
think
the
you got
match
it wrong.
started, bruh.
I think you
I
got it
was
wrong. 'Cause I
watching it
timed
live.
it.
As soon, I knew because the whole thing of the tournament was all their matches were like less than like 3 minutes or 4 minutes or something like that. So I was like, you know what? Let me time this. So as soon as that bell rang, I didn't catch it in time because I was thinking of doing it. So I didn't get the time of the entrance. But as soon as that bell rang went ding ding, I was like, all right, let me look at the time real quick. 10:38. Wrote it down. I was like, let me see if they get 10 minutes. They almost got 10 minutes. Oh no, you know, there's seven. That was a 7-minute match.
No, it was under
Because
that. I'm telling you.
38:45 would need to be 48 for it to be a
fact that
10-minute
we
match. So
having
that's a
this
7-minute
type of
match.
debate is nasty.
No, it was less than that. So I'm telling you, it was under that. Yeah, I think you
This
got
is
some
a
of the entrance in.
nasty debate. This is a
I'm telling you,
nasty debate.
the match itself was not engaging or interesting. The
WWE,
was
this
not-
is saying a
this
lot
was
about
like-
how you're booking
like
women
because
matches.
all the crown jewels.
They are debating on the time length. What
Like-
was the shortest?
Like
this is nasty.
This is the thing. I'm glad Zelina Vega got her W. She needed this.
That I'm
right?
glad about.
What?
That's
If
I'm
you're
excited.
a women division wrestler, I know Vince is just sitting there.
He hurt my feelings. Damn right I did.
Let me Google the exact time. I'm pretty sure someone put the time of it. I feel like it's like 7 minutes or something like that, though. Could be like 6 or something, because 10:38 is when I wrote down to 10:45, but it could have been like 6 minutes and some change.
The match lasted almost 6 minutes. That's on no DQ, NoDQ.com, cagematch.net. Date, time. They don't have the time up. Set the date.
Y'all are arguing who has the shortest. Not arguing, debating who has. Yo, this is crazy, yo. Yo, no, we not doing this. How did y'all feel about the match? Y'all
The match is bad. The match is bad. There was no purpose to watching it.
Yeah, the match was. I'm not gonna say it wasn't bad. It wasn't great.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
But it wasn't bad.
great
You know what I'm saying?
It was a wrestling
It was
match.
decent. It was honestly, it exceeded my expectations, and that's maybe why I didn't, because I thought it was gonna just be garbage trash. You know what I'm saying? But it surprised me.
5 minutes 50 seconds.
I could believe that because that's around.
Crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Told you,
All
less than 6 minutes.
That is crazy. Yo,
Yeah,
okay,
I don't
Zelina
think
won.
We should
All
spend more
hell
time talking about the
Zelina.
match. Listen. We should not spend more time talking about the match than WWE gave the match. So Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley falls count anywhere. What'd you guys think of that match?
That is
Hold on, for the fans though, for the fans, Zelina.
There's nothing really to talk
I
about.
don't want to do that to the women. I have to let my
no.
Zelina won.
No, there's nothing really to talk about.
One thing that needs to be said about that, I'm glad that they did that because the other 4 matches, what saved it for me, and maybe this is why I still said, all right, they haven't dropped the ball yet. It's still been 5 for 5. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't counting the pre-show, it would be 6 for 6. But I thought this is where they're gonna really just stink it up, and it didn't stink it up for me because
it didn't stink. It just wasn't engaging.
Yeah, it didn't stink for me. It was enough. It got a passing grade. It got like a C- or like a D. You know how you used to get like a
none of those are passing
grades.
grades.
Like a D plus, you pass the class, but you don't get credit.
No, you don't pass the class with a D plus. You fail. You still fail the class.
Yo,
you definitely fail, yo.
But yo,
y'all are disgusting.
I thought they were gonna virtue signal.
I
thought they were gonna do the politically correct. I thought they were gonna do the politically correct. Yo, big girls, like you could be a queen too type thing. So like when they was like, no, all right, enough of the good guys winning every matchup. Heels win too. There ain't a fairy tale ending every matchup. That's why I was like, cool. I'm glad with that. Give it to the heel. We're not virtue signaling, pandering to like a demographic audience that you think you could like market to by like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we're gonna be in some type of vanity magazine. big
Zelina
girl.
deserve this.
You know, like no, bro, like none of that gimmicky stuff. Just do wrestling.
No,
You know,
this is Zelina get back. This is a get back.
for the 9/11, I could see that too, though.
Oh, and her being fired, all of that.
Yo, oh my god.
All right, the next match
Oh
now.
my
Now
God.
we can move on.
Oh my god.
Now
I'll
we
save
can
it
move
for the other
on.
one. I'll save it for the other one. I'll save it for the
Yes,
other one.
now we can move on.
Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley. Falls count anywhere.
Yo, can I say something real quick, man?
Go
Goldberg versus
ahead,
Bobby
yeah.
Lashley, because I gave that other one a passing grade. So me giving that one a passing grade when I thought it was just gonna be just terrible, I said Goldberg is saying right now, hold my drink. Like you didn't mess up the show. Like watch how it's done. I thought Goldberg was gonna ruin the show.
Hold my IPA.
I'm gonna be real. I was impressed with the match. I didn't like the finish. I was impressed with the match, but I didn't like the finish.
I wasn't mad at the finish.
I agree with you 100% on that.
No, I'll tell you right now. Who does that finish help?
Strokes Goldberg's ego. That's it.
Yeah,
Goldberg.
It just justifies spending money on Goldberg. You put over you have your biggest heel on Raw lose to a semi-retired wrestler who's only doing
I thought Goldberg
2
was
shows a
gonna
year.
lose?
You have
I thought Goldberg was going to lose.
Not only
the biggest heel on Raw.
Not only the biggest heel, but the heel who did not lose.
You don't get to go home happy.
The biggest heel who did not lose his world title fair and square. He is really truly, until Big E beated him fair and square, the rightful world champion, bro. Like you just had him lose to Goldberg.
Yeah, like
crown jewel.
I agree with Gino.
In front of the crown jewel fans.
And this is the thing. I'm watching this match. You see Bobby Lashley carry Goldberg through the match. Goldberg also came in looking conditioned. He looked conditioned. I'm not taking anything away from Goldberg. Goldberg was really, but you seen when Goldberg was tired, Bobby immediately take over. Like, hey, I'm gonna hit you. You're gonna sit your ass down.
Shout out to Bobby
recover.
Lashley.
I'm gonna sit there and I'm just gonna do a whole bunch of strikes on you. Just stay the fuck down and get your energy back, recover.
You get your breath back. Yep.
Right, and you've seen it because this was a longer match from Goldberg. It was well done, well executed. And while it looked like it didn't need to be this long in so many words, I think the finish, that like him taking out Hurt Business like that right then and there, he should have been jumped, and then he should have been a thorn in Goldberg and Bobby Lashley's side at every pay-per-view till the next pay-per-view, and you have him decimate.
See how it come back around though? This is why my feelings is towards Hurt Business after this.
Right, because
I was okay with. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was okay with them losing to the Usos. It made sense. Even my fan side couldn't argue that. It made sense, and it was a good
exhausted
match.
Goldberg.
I agree with Ari. It was on the spotlight. But then yes, y'all didn't even.
And then
had
this
weapons. Wait, they had weapons in their hands.
There was one
they
botch.
Had weapons.
There was one botch the whole match, and it was on that ramp.
Okay.
It was on the ramp. So Bobby Lashley comes running down. He has it up. And he's doing this. Goldberg just, boom, a second. What you seen the whole freeze where he already got to him. And he had to stop.
Like a freeze frame, yeah.
And he just, because he took too long to hit him. And it was just like, yeah, Goldberg, you're done. The spear, I like the spear. I'm not going to lie. But again, I didn't like the finish. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, Bobby. If they're smart, Bobby lands on top of him. And they call the pin out right there.
That would have been a nice right there. That would have been a nice. Man, I ain't
Goldberg.
That would have been a better finish than what I was thinking, bro. That's a great finish. Goldberg looks strong because he's the one who did the thing, but Lashley
just got out with it. Yeah, he just
right, and it keeps the heel heat on.
You keep the heel Bobby gonna be there the next week. All right,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Also, it gives Bobby an out if he were to link, because with Brock getting suspended from SmackDown this yesterday, like
Lashley's on Raw.
Get Brock on Raw with Lashley. If we could finally get Lashley versus Brock at some point, it would finally, if he was to lose to Brock, then at least he could look strong and Goldberg then come out and get revenge. And then, you know what I'm saying, cost him that match. And then that I would be cool with him losing to Brock under that condition. But him just losing to Brock in a fair one, I'm not gonna be cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But if Goldberg, but now it's just like, bro, you losing to the person Goldberg.
I got honestly, like, this is exactly how I would book that. Like, you have Bobby going up against Goldberg, like at, let's say, Royal Rumble, right? Winner gets a shot at Roman Reigns for at the next pay-per-view, right?
He's on SmackDown though.
Right, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm saying, this is like Royal Rumble, or even the pay-per-view before Royal Rumble. Whatever the fuck, the winner gets a shot at Roman Reigns at the pay-per-view. Like, it doesn't matter. You can work some shit out. You know what I mean? You get the winner whoever wins gets a shot at whatever champion they choose, right? You have Brock, Bobby. The match is going. Brock is down somehow because Bobby, MVP cheats or some shit. Bobby's up. Bobby's hitting some moves. He's about to do something. And what happens? Goldberg comes out, looks at Bobby Lashley. The ref gets up, just lightly punches Brock Lesnar in the shoulder. Brock just steps back, starts laughing, points at the ref. The ref DQs him, and then Bobby Lashley fucking gets beat up by both of them. Right then and there, and then you can have your next Royal Rumble, Bobby versus this guy.
I can see them saving Bobby and Brock for a Rumble now.
Man, right, I booked this a while ago.
But you see what I'm saying? Where it's like you can have it where it's Goldberg can interfere, just love tap Brock Lesnar, get the DQ, and then they both just beat Bobby, and that's the heel heat you want on Bobby going in, and then Bobby.
What's the pay per view before Survivor? Is there a pay per view?
No, they're changing up all the pay per views right now. Because right now they're not doing the pay-per-view for December. They're doing WWE year one.
Yeah, I know, but is
there
a pay-per-view
day one? WWE day one. Series? I don't know what's the no. I'm saying I don't know what's the next pay-per-view. If there's a pay-per-view Survivor Series, I think I booked this like 3 episodes ago. Bobby Lashley needs all they have to do is like meet at each other, running into each other at a joint pay-per-view event. And that's when it happens. And then at Survivor Series, that's when it still makes sense because it's SmackDown versus Raw. They still could promote it as SmackDown versus Raw. That's when I think it needs to be Brock versus Lashley. That's what I was predicting. The whole Goldberg thing kind of threw me off. I didn't expect this. But I still think Bobby Lashley can go fight Goldberg. Right. So
I think I don't think that buried him or nothing. Like, he still could.
I don't think
Brock Lesnar.
I don't think it buried.
Bobby Lashley
was a bad finish.
His best match, and I don't know how long Goldberg.
Exactly.
That was better than any match he's put on the last 5 years, flat out.
Yeah, Bobby, and that again, like when I took my notes because I was busy doing something else. I was working, but I wasn't. I was working, but I wasn't able to take notes on moves or nothing. But just like my how I was feeling. And I remember writing down this is crazy. Bobby Lashley is giving Goldberg his best match. I can't remember how long. So Bobby Lashley, salute for that one. Let's get to this Finn Balor Xavier Woods, man. What y'all think about
King of the Ring finals? Finn Balor versus Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods won.
I want to say this, and I've been saying this since day one. I'm not even gonna be long. I just want to say this real quick. All and niggas know Big E is one of my favorite, but still, you too. All 3 of New Day, your finishers are trash.
Trash.
For a finisher, I'm sorry. Yes, it is. I did not like that. As a finisher, I'm sorry. I don't like it for Kofi. I feel like it's not. I feel like you do kicks and stuff throughout the match. Like that's. And like I said, for me, and I'm sticking with that, all 3 of y'all finishers are trash.
I like Xavier's Woods better than the other 2. I'll tell you why. Because what's so different from the Phenomenal Forum? It's more of swag right there. You know what I'm saying? It's a stylish one. Instead of the classic Macho Man elbow drop, and they throw the little Undertaker walk the rope, get middleway, and then that's straight. I'll give it it is just an elbow drop, but it's
definitely didn't sell me enough for me to believe it. I think that's what a lot of people's problem is. I don't. Okay, I'm not. Of course, I'm not mad. Xavier Woods win. I'm happy. I wanted Xavier Woods to win, as he should have. I can't wait for King Xavier run. I think this is going to be fire. I ain't gonna lie. I am fully behind.
Challenge, bro. Aleister Black, you need to be on the first right. Malachi Black, you need to be on the first flight back home.
On.
This was done for a reason. Zelina Vega and Xavier Woods.
Guys, relax. RELAX, relax. We don't want to put too much on wax before they go up against the line.
You know, there's some cosplay twitchers.
Wow.
You know, hey, you saw the group chat back in the day. You saw how he was when her man was around. He was violating right in front of her, man.
Let's go into the match.
Security.
Frass, what you thought of the match? What did you think of the match? What did you think of the match?
On X video. This is nasty.
Nah. He's too horny for the podcast. Go take a cold shower. Come back in 5, bro.
Man.
Yo, bro. So I thought the match was actually really good.
It really was.
I think it stayed the right amount of time. It wasn't too long.
No.
I think it made each other's finishers look like. The thing I like about WWE and sometimes and like these undercard matches is that they let finishers stick. It's not, hey, we're getting 4 or 5 of these off. It's not, boom, they're not getting out.
Yeah.
There's no need for you to get out after this. This is the King of the Ring. If you're getting hit with a finisher in the King of the Ring and kicking out, that means this person's not executing his finisher correctly. It's no longer finisher.
I agree.
Yo, and you gotta shoot the gun off on that. That was a bar, bro.
So there's a certain level of
what, bro. That was crazy.
This is the end of the tournament, so it should. I'm not expecting them. I'm expecting them to do early exchanges, trading moves, and then we're gonna pick up the pace and end on a fast flurry. We're not gonna be sitting here trying to do a slow, methodical burn because this isn't that type of match here. This isn't the King of the Ring tournament card. Where it's like at the end of the card. We've had all day to rest. We should be coming out here fully energetic, energized, give these people something that they want to see. And that's what it was.
Finn Balor wrestles old school, bro. Finn Balor wrestled like that, like golden era, like a brick. New general. You know what I'm saying? That Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels style, like bro, like everything makes sense in there, and it looks like it's like
that Pele was clean.
It don't look like
cooperation. Like I like
that. Facts. That whole you right. Gino. Also crazy.
He hit him.
That whole thing.
Boom, he fell, just did it, and he hit it, just dropped. And it wasn't. It wasn't like stumbled nothing.
Yeah, nah. Shout out to Xavier Woods, bro. He needs that mid card title. He needs. I want him to have the W, but for now, like let him have the mid card title.
The only other sell that would have been perfect for that is if he did the Zab Judah level 4, where it's like he gets hit and just wobble legged it, but you see him actually like falling across the ring and drop. Like that's the only other sell you can do for it. You can't just like sit down. Ask me either you go stone cold, like drop cold, or your legs are wobbled out. That's it.
Shout out to Xavier Woods, man.
Beautiful execution. And Finn Balor was unformed in that match. It was not.
I can't recall because I didn't write down the moves, but I recall there was 2 near falls, one on each side, and I was just like, yo,
the superplex, I think.
But there were 2 really good near falls. I was just like, oh, Xavier about to win, and
it was the superplex. I know the superplex was one. That was surprising.
Last second, I was like, yo, those 2 got me right there on that. So it was a good match, bro. Definitely.
Right.
Yeah, man.
The finish I like so far. I'm not gonna front. I like the finishes for both the Crown and the King of the Ring, off the strength that everyone was saying what you're doing with Vega. She got her push now. Now you have something to do with her.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier Woods, he's been the main person campaigning for getting King of the Ring.
Bro, he's about to
So he got it. It made no sense. People were pissed.
People don't know how creative Xavier Woods is, bro. I'm telling you, this run is about to be crazy. This run is about to be crazy. The thing is,
if you're looking at this match, Finn Balor can eat this loss. The Xavier Woods couldn't. Career-wise, Finn Balor could take this loss. I agree. Finn Balor can go on and fight for the U.S. title, the Intercontinental. Well, yeah, he has to go for the U.S. He can't go for the Intercontinental because Finn Balor's on Raw, right?
No, Finn on SmackDown.
No, he's on SmackDown. Yeah, so you can right now.
Oh wait, Finn might be on Raw.
Finn's on Raw now.
Yeah, he's so he can go for the U.S.
True. Oh, Finn versus Big E. Nah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see these. Big
that
E
would be
matches,
a fire ass match.
I can't wait to see these Big E.
Speaking of Big E,
yes, the segue king.
Big E championship retained against Drew McIntyre.
And I like this match, bro. I like this match.
The story, I obviously didn't care for the story behind it because we already knew.
I'm talking about the wrestling. The wrestling, I liked it.
But wrestling, great match. It was It was nothing but suplexes and power slams and shit like that. That spine busting.
The creativity from Big E, New Day is fire. Yo, I can't. They all just need to go on individual runs.
No, you know what? This match made me made me want to go back and relook at Drew McIntyre because, I was like, you know what? Maybe I didn't give him a fair shake because this was a surprisingly good match that wasn't expected to be good, and he was 50% of it. I can't say it was all Big E. I think that's
Smash Mouth matchup. What it did have though, this is what WWE has that AEW just doesn't have yet. You know what I'm saying? That heavyweight division, like a real legit world heavyweight division. Like either one of these two could go to AEW, and they're gonna be bigger than 90% of that roster. Like it just
I'll be real.
Size and strength. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if I'm
bro, it was
looking Kenny Omega against most of my champions, he's losing just because of physical size.
Yeah.
Like Kenny Omega, Dean Ambrose was a small champion compared to most of these guys.
But he's big over there.
He got big over there.
No, I don't mean big in stature. I mean he's big, he's taller. He hovers over Omega. He's 3-4 inches taller than Omega.
You know what I'm saying? He actually did start working out, but over there. He also wears boots over there too. He doesn't wear just over in WWE. They made him wear sneakers and shit. Over AEW, they can wrestle wherever the fuck they feel comfortable in. So, I mean,
but I think the in ring
for this,
oh my gosh, one of my spots, because Crown Jewel, I know it was good because I started paying attention to the wrestling, the actual wrestling, the cell, because Hills, we're gonna do a recap on that. Hills got me watching wrestling in a whole nother light again. I love it. Shout out to Hills, the TV show. We will recap that. But Big E, that Claymore, when he went and he just rolled under, it was perfect. The little stuff in that match, man, that jump went over for me. That match was good. That match was really good. The way he dodged that last Claymore was fire.
Yeah, the way Biggie be talking too, bro. I like the way Biggie be talking to his opponents in that ring, bro. You ain't never been here with no one like me. They go your way, but I do. I'm bro, it's apparently you used to get the whooping and your mom would talk to you, down talk to you, and whoop you.
Right.
You never just did. You yo, bro, can you not talk to me while you whip my butt? Biggie whoop your butt and talk to you while you do it.
Bro. The new Biggie.
All right. So to on to what I say, in my opinion, had a shot to being called the match of the night. SmackDown's Women's Championship. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. Besides the finish, we're not gonna talk about the finish just yet. That match was fucking insane. It was a great match by all women. Sasha Banks had 2 botches in there, but they weren't bad botches. It wasn't somebody got hurt. It was just bad timing. like not even bad time, like kind of just like slipped and missed a jump.
I ain't hearing that.
Nothing too
Bianca
crazy.
Belair
Propaganda.
is a star.
No, not propaganda. She had I forgot who she had in the headlock. She ran to jump up off the corner and she missed the first time she went for the jump. So they had to reset the sequence, and then the second time she got it. What was it?
Bianca Belair is a
Sasha
star.
Banks, I love you.
Right, nah, it is what it is. I know you
Belair,
love your
I
Cali
love you.
girls.
Bianca Belair, I love you.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do that. Bianca Belair, hold
the match was
on.
fire.
Hold on.
I think each woman, each time there was like they were about to, and it seemed like the match was about to be over. It didn't end. They were, like it started off kind of, but they Bianca and Sasha really started getting the crowd going over towards them, when those two were just going in the ring solo. Go ahead.
The fact you said that, I just wanted to point that out, and I know it's gonna be hard people to accept this because how I feel about Becky, but honestly, and I'm not mad about the finish. We're gonna get to the finish. I'm really not, but even Bianca and Sasha, bro, I can't believe I'm saying this. They stood out so much on both sides. Like I said, I was watching this as like who's selling, who's playing their role. I did wish like Sasha Banks like took a chance, but that's just me being picky. But anyway, they was great. Sasha and Bianca, y'all was fire. I mean, I'm not saying Becky was completely trash, but boy,
I agree with you.
Y'all stood out, like, and I'm not just saying this as just hating on Becky. Like I said, Becky wasn't trash. She did her job, but bruh, just because maybe you know what it is, Belair is so fresh, and she looked like she belonged, and Sasha Banks great. I talk crap about Sasha Banks all the time, but Sasha Banks is who Sasha Banks is. And Belair looked like she belonged, like that. Like people don't realize these are people that you
one-arm press
about
was fire.
Was impressive, and
getting out the disarmer, picking her and fucking
Sasha at the same time fire. Yeah, that's what she brings to the table. That just freak athleticism. You know what I'm saying?
Now let's talk about the finish.
But I'm talking about this.
Let's talk about this finish. Let's get into the finish. We've been dancing around this. We've been dancing around this. We've been giving these women their accolades. Let's talk about the bad booking that happened. The ref.
I think it was bad booking.
The ref looks at this woman.
I didn't get my take.
Oh, okay.
Did a black person win at all at Crown Jewel?
Big E.
Listen, okay, all right, dang. I'm all right. Thank you.
Xavier Woods.
I'm bugging.
At Crown Jewel.
If I had,
mid. Every single thing in it is mid.
Flags me on that one because that's how this match disoriented me, because I'm like, yo, you just had the two best black women in professional wrestling lose to Becky Lynch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, like you really had to to pit Becky back up on that pedestal.
Becky had to win,
just like you do with Charlotte Flair. That privilege, you got to go and have her. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you brought up Charlotte.
Because when people were talking about Becky Lynch, when people were giving Becky
Lynch, about how it's not Charlotte's fault. Hold on, where that post
Becky
that?
Lynch,
let me post that interview. Talk about Charlotte.
Pushback for the
Charlotte
SummerSlam. She said, "Well, now it makes more sense because there's a story to it." You know what I'm saying? If I would have went and beat her, now people want to see her winning. Like, come on, bro. Like, she just. You cheated her the first time. Now y'all ran it back and you beat her, bro. So it's like, bro, it don't matter that you cheated the last time, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Charlotte came.
You don't get to go home happy.
Charlotte came out and said that it's been revealed that Charlotte wanted Bianca Belair to beat her for the Raw Championship. She didn't want to be champion. She was like, no, this title exchange is stupid. Bianca should
why? Because she says she's great, didn't she?
And I think what it is,
and that Charlotte gave us praise, huh? Nah,
that right there.
I'm just
And
trying to
was-
hate. Nah, y'all gonna hear this, yo.
Nah. I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back. I made sure. Listen.
Relax.
Hold on. Before you try to
say shots to the dude co-host. I'm not killing you. This is we get misconstrued. This is for everybody, Gino, because they always acting nasty. All of them. Him up there too. I'm gonna relax you up here. You don't even know what black people want. That's nasty. Disgusting. We got a whole black WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Charlotte is the GOAT. We are not here.
What are you doing?
No. So I want to admit when I'm wrong. I want to admit when I'm wrong.
I need the bouncer to
get
you right now. I need that.
Gino talking.
I want to admit when I'm wrong. So I'll say, hey, you know what? I did get level criticism at Charlotte before.
Oh, you don't even
for being a title holder. For being a title holder. But she said outright, hey, I didn't want to win this title. I should have lost to Bianca. Bianca should be the Raw's Women Champion. So what happened was, I think going into this pay-per-view, Becky Lynch already knew that. And that level of animosity was kind of shown because it wasn't like you seen Bianca's face when she was sitting in the corner. Not animosity, but just kind of like straight up disappointment. Like, this doesn't make sense. I'm not understanding why this is happening.
Because they got her.
That right there made that finish look so much worse.
SummerSlam either.
I'm on to okay, but see, all right.
But now it's 2 title matches now. 2 title matches that she should have won. That she should have won. That she didn't win. That doesn't make sense.
I'm not mad about this.
I feel like they mad
crazy. Why y'all making me say this?
WWE want to give people their moments, but they don't want they want to like keep order. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like Kofi, the Kofi Mania thing, it was getting too big. Like, we want to let you have your moment, but you were becoming a bigger star than we, you know what I'm saying? Than we anticipated. Like, we didn't want you to get that far. Let's have Brock.
They low key don't want to make another Rock.
That'll hurry up and loan. They want to keep. They don't want no one to be bigger than the company ever again. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, they already know they lost Roman Reigns. As soon as this is over, Roman Reigns is going to do movies. This is it. Roman's going to do movies after this. The Rock already is going to start plugging them in. It's over. Yeah. John Cena is ready there. John Cena. The next time you see John Cena in the WWE ring is going to be him pulling another superstar to. Because they're doing the movie together. That's
definitely about to see Roman Reigns in an action film.
Roman Reigns is going to be in W. I guarantee you he's going to be the next Warner Brothers major project.
Isn't another Hobbs and Shaw coming out?
Oh yeah, he'll probably be in that too. But Becky Lynch, I'm not understanding. Like the ref looks at her.
So my thing,
the ref looks at her, sees her, grabs the rope. 1, 2, 3. Like what? It was just like that moment of, bro. You like I watched the replay. The ref watches her as she grabs the rope and then continues to turn and start counting. It's just like this doesn't make sense.
There is triple threat matches where there's no rope break matches.
Unselfish,
but that you can't. No rope break
ever.
No rope break is different. Rope break means even if they get their foot on the rope, there's no rope. But you can't leverage. You can't pin and hold on top. Like you can't. I can't pin you and hold.
No rope. Yes. If you no rope break, you can hold on to the rope.
No, there's no.
There's no disqualification. It's no disqualification.
I don't know.
Y'all not making no sense. How is so? If she's hold on. If she's holding the ropes, right? The referee is supposed to count to 5. What's going to happen?
The ref's not supposed to count. The ref's not supposed to count. He's supposed to point out, like, hey, you holding on to the ropes. What are you doing?
Oh, I guess. All right, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I had no problem with the booking. There's no disqualification. So hold up, let me just say my spill. No disqualification. I hate saying this, but yes, Becky should have won only because the next pay-per-view, Bianca Belair wins.
I mean, wait, hold on.
That's how you sell tickets.
All right, so what illegal what other thing was done to make this seem like this was a no DQ match?
It's a triple threat match. I
It's a
never
triple threat match.
seen.
All triple
I
threat
never
matches
seen
are
a
no
triple
DQ.
threat match. Like
No, there's no countouts.
Both people win.
No, but
I've
I'm
never
saying that
seen
I've
a
never
triple
seen.
threat match.
I've seen
what
triple
had
threat matches where
disqualification.
someone grabs the rope and the ref points at it and it's like, nah,
Yeah, and I seen
No.
triple threat match when they don't. That's what I'm saying. I said to you, I said this before. I said that. What if there's no rope breaks? I've seen. That's why maybe it makes sense to me because I've seen plenty of triple threat match.
And I've
where
seen
there's
plenty.
no rope
That's what I'm
breaks.
saying. I've seen plenty where the people going to grab the ropes and the
that's
ref
what I
just
said.
like, no,
That
the
I
rope.
do. That I have.
Like I've seen Earl
them break
Hebner
up
run
rope breaks
through and
stuff,
slap
even though
somebody's
he like,
arm
yeah.
off the ropes when they were
I agree.
trying to hold it for a pin, like in a no
agree.
DQ match. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's like, yo, what's going on? This. What is this no rope break?
I'm pretty sure that's an option on the game too, where you can.
Yeah, I didn't think it was new.
No DQ, but
That's
No,
what
even
I'm
if you
saying.
put no
You know what I'm
DQ,
saying? Yeah.
even if you
can
put
still
no
do
DQ,
and ring rope, you can still do that. Yeah.
like you can't grab the rope. Like all right, even if you play the game, if no DQs on, you can't do the put your.
I think there's an option for it.
No,
You
if
can.
no DQs on, you can't do the leverage pin. And
Yes, you
Yeah, the
can.
match,
I put
yeah.
money on it. Yes, you can.
no, if there's
I
no
put
DQ,
money on it, bro.
No, the
I will
ref-
put money on it.
So
You're
what?
talking about a person who I just did a pay-per-view, so I'm telling you.
So wait, you
that's
saying?
why I put money on it, bro. I put money on it. Like,
So what happens? So the ref catches
Basically.
you in that. Wait. So what happens if the ref catches you while you're doing that?
You gotta
In
break
the
up
just
the
game?
keep counting.
He keeps counting in that in the game.
He counts.
No.
I'm gonna show y'all a replay. I'm a screenshot. I'm not even gonna argue. I just show footage. That's all. I'm not gonna go back and forth because we talking about this. I'm gonna send y'all
Because-
screenshots of me doing it.
We'll talk about that
That's
after.
simple.
This. All right.
Yeah, that's what
So-
says. That's simple.
All right. The next match on the card,
This is the main event.
Universal Championship, the main event, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, which
Fire, man.
fire
Fire.
fucking match. The shit talking
Fire.
between them, the chemistry, all of it. What's going on? What you got?
I changed
This
my mind.
match-
This is my
this
match,
match-
of the night.
All right. This match reminded me as kids, man, because I always wanted to be a wrestler, like so, like 4 years old. And coming from a big family, all my cousins, brothers, I wrestle everybody, right? This reminded me of, and a lot of them weren't into the wrestling, but we all did martial arts. So like they would still do it, but I'd be fighting little karate niggas, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like trying to grapple, but they didn't know how to wrestle, but they know how to, you know what I'm saying? That's what it felt like watching. It felt like, yo, they not trying. It's like it's like wrestling with somebody who wasn't trying to wrestle. It's like someone wrestling the other dude trying to fight, and there's trying to be like a compromise. But it made for a good match, bro. It made for like, yo, bro, this feel like brothers fighting. It felt like brothers like wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Just like in the living room wrestling. That's what it felt like, bro. Like Roman, salute to Roman, because Roman put some size on. Because you could tell, like back in the day, Brock used to like just bully Roman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah,
early
tall
on in
Roman.
this matchup, he tried to do that, and Roman was just like, "No, like I'm not just. We're gonna wrestle, bro. You're not gonna just bully me, and we're not gonna just have your." Ric
Yo,
Flair
that finish was
like we're gonna
fire
have a match,
too.
bro, and it made
Storytelling.
for a dope match, bro. Brock
Storytelling.
Lesnar,
The whole match, front to back, was fire. The whole
Brock
match.
Lesnar, when he wants to be, bro, he is so criminally underrated, bro. When he wants to be, he could be great in there, bro.
Definitely. I
No,
thought
seriously.
I really was very
Yo, Brock Lesnar is loaded Lux. And the reason why I say that is Brock Lesnar show up for the rappers he want to battle. Think about it. Daniel Bryan, fire. AJ Styles, fire. Like the people he wants to wrestle, Brock
Samoa
Lesnar
Joe
will show
match
up.
was fire, bro.
Yeah.
He was selling
Yeah,
for Joe,
exactly.
bro.
Exactly.
The lead up to,
But back in the day,
Bruh.
like Lux and Grind Time, he put in the heat when he had versus The Undertaker. Fire. He put in that heat. After a while, they pay me Crown Jewel money damn near when I'm not at Crown Jewel. So I ain't gotta. Y'all want me to do what? Forget that.
Yeah,
You
I
better
just-
pay me for this 3 clotheslines, a German suplex, F5, 1, 2, 3, and get paid more than all of y'all? Huh.
yo, you know what though was funny? Everybody, this was a great show from head to toe, and you know they got paid more than this is like Mania pay for them. The Crown Jewel, they might be getting paid more than they get paid for Mania, bro. So like They came out and performed like this was WrestleMania, bruh. Like that's how the whole everybody who was on the card from top to bottom.
I think right now this is gonna start
like they're
becoming.
getting a big check, bro.
I think what it is they look. I think WWE kind of looked around and told them like, "Hey, look, we don't have any competition on this card except for Impact. Blow the shit out the water. If you guys drop a shitty match, then we're fucked, flat out. Like, there's no reason why we should have a bad match right now. We have actual competition in the water. This is the reason why we're the big dogs. This is the reason why we got that foreign money. Right. We're doing an overseas show that they cannot do.
On the
they
Thursday.
Won't do in a market they don't want.
Thursday during the day.
Every eye on wrestling is watching us right now. That's it.
During the day, I'm at work.
Aside from the money, because obviously I feel like that played a big factor into it, but I also feel like they had a fire lit under them because Tony Khan just went on that spree and said Raw before Crown Jewel sucked. Like, you just had the competition straight out say your go home show before the pay-per-view 3 days later sucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, they came out all right.
I'll be real.
Show you, you know?
SmackDown after this, after Crown Jewel was way better than Raw before it. So
everything's better than Raw.
Like, I'm not gonna argue with that take. I think so let's talk about that finish for this match. Roman Reigns,
storytelling. Brock Lesnar, I love it.
Both of them laid out in the middle of the ring.
Yo, shout out to Paul Heyman.
Praying to God.
How did you throw that title?
Did you see him praying like, yo, I hope this just lands perfect? It did. It did.
Yo,
the look of shock on his face was more that it landed perfect.
I saw people on the Discord that I was in complaining about that finish, and to that I just said, man, people will just complain about everything because, bro, that was so perfect to me, bro.
For wrestling, it's professional wrestling. Bro.
That was
people botch
storytelling, bro.
People botch the most simplest thing.
Are they
AEW botch. We are going to give Paul.
I don't know what group it was. A wrestling Discord. It wasn't. It didn't have WWE. It was supposed to be. They say it was for like all different. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yo, you cannot have a better finisher than that, bro. Like, for them to write that in the backstage
title hit. I'm like, bro,
for them to write that backstage, like, yo, this is the finish. Yo, Paul Heyman have to be like, yo, this, like, I don't want this to. I'm pretty sure Paul Heyman, I don't know about WWE. I'm gonna give WWE credit. I'm pretty sure they booked it for that, but I know that's what they wanted, and the title landed so perfectly. Like, I hope if there's a cameraman ringside, he should have got that photo.
You know what to do. Like,
that was fire, bro.
That was classic, bro.
Like, that was fire. Like, I think that's underrated. Like, people like us, we could appreciate it, but yo, that he could have messed up, bro. Like, the title literally landed in between them evenly. You cannot ask for anything better than that. Like, yo, when I seen that, I was like, yo, Paul Heyman is GOAT, yo. Like, he is GOAT. That is fire. If I was Vince, I'd be going crazy. Oh, you might get $5 extra after tonight.
Okay. Hey,
people were complaining about rematches, you know, like this current age of wrestling fans complain about rematches, you know, and I heard people who countered with, you know, like rematches are necessary. That's how, you know what I'm saying? Which I agree, especially when done like this, bro. Like, this is when a rematch doesn't feel like, oh, just another, these two wrestling again. Like, this makes me want to see the rematch. You know what I'm saying? Which is essentially what a good feud needs, is multiple matches in it. You know what I'm saying? How you get to those matches is what makes it a great feud or not. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
and me and Gino was watching. We know wrestling. We both was watching. We actually thought Roman was going to lose at one point. When they actually had me for a second, I'm not going to lie. I thought Roman was going to lose. Just for a second. They got me.
I thought Roman was going to lose at the start of the match, before the match started, because they're in Saudi Arabia. And as soon as Goldberg won,
just like Goldberg
won, I knew the vibes. I was like, oh man, like they're behind in the wrestling from us. So, like, know what I'm saying? They're not up to date yet. So like those old school stars, like those are the people they're gonna put over because those are people that are like the mega stars to them. You know what I'm saying?
Roman over though. Roman
I
over.
didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying?
That match was fire. I'm not gonna lie. Like people, you don't need to have 30-minute matches for it to be like 5-star quality.
WWE at this time though, they gotta be careful. I gotta get going, but I just want to say this to WWE. Y'all gotta be careful who y'all put in these like major moments and storylines that you build around though now, because there is an AEW and you might be setting people up just to jump ship. You know what I'm saying? So you build someone up because there's been talk about Charlotte Flair after SmackDown. There was a huge thing backstage after the show went off the air, and like people talking about like, yo, there's a good possibility when her contract up, whenever that is, however long that is, that there's a good possibility she ain't gonna resign. She gonna go with her man to AEW. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And aside from Charlotte, you look at Zelina Vega. All right, you did just give her the Queen of the Ring, but now you're very first ever Queen of the Ring. As soon as her
you
contract
thinking
up, she might just
WWE?
go to AEW. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think if she
Could
suddenly
work
like
the other way though.
she resigned,
the
she
other way.
resigned after AEW was out.
I'm just saying
She
it
could
could
have
go
gone.
the other way though, where
She
like,
could
yo,
have
you
gone.
do right by her. That could be the olive branch to get that person back. It could work both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Andrade
I'm
don't
like,
want to
yo,
come back.
it's a careful game. You get to, you know, no, because Aleister Black was one of those people who left on good terms. He didn't do what like a lot of people did and went and bashed WWE. He was very the opposite. You know what I'm saying? So there's a couple people who left the door open for that. You know what I'm saying? Him being one of them. MJF just did a thing, and he kind of like didn't
Oh
go.
yeah, no, he was hyping up. He was hyping up Roman Reigns because he
That's what I'm
admitted
saying.
it.
I'm
Like,
there's
yo, this
certain
dude's
people
my
like
inspiration. You're not gonna talk bad about him.
they got an opportunity. They're not shutting the door like I'm just sticking to this one thing. Like no, they're weighing their options. You know?
The Young Bucks have already burnt enough bridges that they know if they ever fight the New Day, they're losing. Flat out. Flat out. Like if they go over on the New Day, it's gonna be one of the worst booking in all of wrestling. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. They want to say, just keep it a buck. Which one of Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, which one of those two do you think are better than Kofi, Big E? Okay, thank you. That pause. No. That pause right there. That pause right there was enough.
Because I was basing on single. I was thinking singly, individually.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying even the tag team wise, those two.
In tag team, the Young Bucks are definitely better.
I ain't gonna hold you. That's debatable, boy. The Young Bucks is fire, boy.
They're fire, but they're not better.
Definitely better.
Individually, no way.
We're not even gonna do that, bro. We're not even gonna debate that, bro. The Young Bucks.
I'm not even talking about Xavier. I'm not even talking about Xavier yet.
For like a lifetime, they've been wrestling for at least 18 years together, bro. Like I'm not gonna act like the New Day got put together in WWE.
Their rivalry with Motor City Machine Guns.
I'm not gonna do that. The Young Bucks. I know fact the Young Bucks is the problem though. The Young Bucks.
Listen, I think
everybody's
this is the
wrestling
truth.
their style of matchup now, and that's what's
first
wrong
time.
with
Yeah, that's the fact.
Like if everybody,
listen. I think the first time you really see the Young Bucks against like these out of like when you realize like, oh shit, I got so used to seeing like Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston and Big E standing next to all these 6'3" plus motherfuckers, like closer to 300 than 200. That I didn't realize how much bigger and physically more imposing they are than these guys. Kofi Kingston.
What does that matter?
No. Listen. Wait. When you see Kofi Kingston really jumping, no, Tonga's not bigger than fucking no. Tonga's a big dude, but he's not big. I don't think he's bigger than Big E, and he's not. And Tonga's not the average size of the New Jam.
All right, individually. Look, there's a difference. Individually, Young Bucks, I give them this benefit of the doubt in the tag team. What they do in the tag team could work in the tag team. It can't work in a singles. You know what I'm saying? It just can't. Because, like, Nick Jackson, I felt, got exposed in that Daniel Bryan matchup. You know what I'm saying? When him and Daniel Bryan went one-on-one, do you see that matchup?
Yeah,
like,
they don't have the energy.
They can't work like they can't work. It ain't even the energy. It's like, yo, you can't
No,
you
yeah,
can't
they run.
sell
It don't
properly. You know what
match.
I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
got a great offense, but like your
I agree with
psychology, you know what
Dre.
I'm saying? Like
Right.
I
that's
agree with
what's off.
Dre.
You know what I'm saying? Like that
Matt
that
stepped it up a little
you know what I'm
bit,
saying?
a
That
little bit.
innovative offense and everything that works in the tag team, their style works great in the tag team. If they're
Very
the
well.
only ones doing it, the problem is everyone's doing their style now. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
But
I think
yeah.
let's get off AEW to wrap up the WWE crown jewel. I think
Or
overall,
Anderson outside.
I think that the crown jewel, I think was a great event. I think it was probably the third best pay-per-view of the year.
Second.
I could agree.
Probably a
I'll
third.
take
I think
third.
there's
I'll
one
take
more
third.
pay-per-view that's
I'll take
better, and I
third.
can't remember off the top of my head
I'm
because I
gonna say
remember the
Mania.
pay-per-view I
I'm gonna say
watched.
Mania and SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Night one of
I guess
Mania to be specific. Night one
I
of
was about to
Mania
say,
when you had Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks close out. That was a good main event. Two black African American
main event. Well, all right, what was the rest of the card?
And
What was
that's
the
why
rest of
I
the
don't
card?
like about that's what we had Biggie and McIntyre. I mean, yeah, McIntyre and Bobby Lashley retained for one, just for that to
That
be the
wasn't a
first
good
match
one.
out the gate after the whole pandemic. And the crowd
that crowd pop was lit.
was lit. They did it under circumstances with it raining and all that stuff. Like they got through that, bruh. Like
then they fired
Bobby
Samoa
Lashley
Joe.
retaining, no happy ending, bro. Like there was a lot to it. So there was some good. I can't recall the whole card because it's been a minute now. But
I got
it was a good
crown jewel
card.
number 2.
All right, fellas.
All right, man, it's been good for you, but
I'm about to head out.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Shout out to Gino.
Let y'all two do your wrap up. Thank y'all for having me.
I'm Gino for the A&G show.
Gino, check out that Batman Long Halloween. We gotta break that down on episode, man. That's fire.
I got a whole list of stuff. We'll talk later.
All right, bet.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta put me on.
Yeah, you gotta take me off cam, nigga.
Oh yeah, no, you sign out, nigga. What you mean?
All right.
Yeah, no, get off my screen. I'll take you. I like that better. All right, Jay. This is another goodie.
You got the sound effect, bro. You got that loaded. You got that clip loaded, bro. I gotta hear that one time, bro. You know what I'm talking about, bro. I feel like the Wu-Tang Clan. You protect your neck at the start. You know I gotta hear it again and again. I gotta hear.
Play
the referee, bro. I gotta hear the referee.
Don't play the ref. Yeah. All right, I have to make that soundbite.
Man.
I'm definitely making that soundbite because everybody's asking.
You gotta get on Discord. You gotta get on Discord, man. Yeah. Get on Discord.
All right.
Even if you don't get on Discord, we're gonna be set because I'm gonna rate the heck out of you as soon as I get it popping. But yo, make sure y'all check out the show on Twitch and on Facebook. Hit that like, follow, and if you do see me, leave a comment. It helps with the algorithm, man. And make sure to check out A&G podcast. We just had Gino on today, man. That's on Gino's channel. So make sure to check those out too. We talk about comic books, anime, gaming over there. And we over here.
And sometimes you use them for a rib too.
Oh, we wrestling.
Had doctor's prescriptions, and as long as you had a doctor's prescription, it was okay. Of course, it wasn't because we'd have doctors write us whatever we wanted. Halcyons, GHB, Placidil. No, the Placidils I think were in the early 90s.
Yo, as a nigga who works in behavioral health, bro, like that is
1 hour.
So
but it was always booze and pills.
Chemical dependency, bro. Like that dude got a chemical dependency problem, bro. He needs a psychiatrist.
We Wrestling podcast. Be on the lookout for GMO Awards. United We Stand pay-per-view coming soon.
I cannot wait.
I can't wait for that. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
History will be made. Kenny the Cleaner Omega
versus
Mark my word.
The most
will get the job done. I'm in GMO now. Kenny the Cleaner Omega will get the job done. The whole effing show is bringing home the undisputed GM Wars title to the whole effing show. Is Kenny? Oh wow! That felt like the Rock telling you it don't matter what your name is, bro. Like that's what that just felt. So forget your opinion.
Follow Shafsir. No, I can't even talk because I got him so good. We Wrestling Podcast. Relax.
Swirling